Hi everyone, this is going to be my first video. It's a part one of a, hopefully what's going to be a long series about truck life. This is, I want to talk a little bit about my decision to move into a truck, what led me there, and some of the benefits and maybe some of the negatives. But mainly today I want to talk about, to give you a little tour and talk about the truck and talk about my plans. So here it is. I bought this 2002 Toyota Tacoma S-Runner, bright red, as you can see. It's the S-Runners only came in black and this sporty red. And it's like I said, it's 02 V6. It's in pretty good condition. Stick shift, 5-speed, 6 cylinders. Found it on Craigslist for about $6,000. The guy wanted a little more, but I ended up talking him down. Like I said, it's in good condition. It has, some minor maintenance issues. Nothing that a little elbow grease won't fix. We got a clutch that needs to be repaired, which is actually a good thing for me because, surprise, surprise, I have never driven a stick shift before. So, it's a learning experience. But when you're learning stick, you might burn your clutch. So, it's good to have a clutch that's working but old, so that when you've gone through your journey of learning the stick and burning your clutch, you'll be all set and good to replace it and start fresh, and not have to you won't have to worry too much about burning it. So here it is. Another issue it had was the smell inside of this guy. The previous owner was a smoker, and I went in here and I tore the seats out and I took everything out of here and I scrubbed and scrubbed for hours and hours with lots of cleaners and water and alcohol mixes, and tried my best. Got the ashtray pretty good, but it still has that smell. Hopefully it'll lighten up over time, but I don't expect it to completely go away. But that's all right. I can deal with that. I grew up with smokers in my life, so it's not a smell that I'm exactly not used to. But I don't smoke, so I quit quite a long time ago, which I'm very proud of. Anyways, this is her interior, and see, it's a stick. That's about 156,000 miles. Is pretty good for an 02. I mean, I have a 2008 Camry, which has the same amount of miles on it. So this truck wasn't driven too hard. It did have these latches, for the quarter windows, need to be repaired. I tried to get one of these aluminum guys that you can find on the internet. You have to drill them just right. They don't come pre-fitted. They have a hole, but you have to drill them with a drill bit. And it didn't really work out for me. It's too loose. I think these guys need a really tight fit. So I'm gonna have to. I bought a whole new assembly on eBay. So that'll take care of that on both of them. Sunroof. I don't mind it. I think this might be a good thing when it gets hot. But I'd rather have the shade than the sun, in my opinion. Anyways, the interior is a bit of a mess. The center console needs to be repaired or replaced. There's cigarette burns on the seats. All the tire replacing tools, like the jack and the tool to release the spare, are missing. I don't know why people don't put them back. That's such a pain in the butt. But the radio works, speakers work, Air conditioning works. No, underneath the gearbox, no leakage. Transmission, no leakage. Oil pan, no leakage. It's in pretty damn good condition. I'll have to change the shocks. I'm gonna have to do a timing belt, but my friend Tom, he's a great car guy, and this guy helped me a lot in finding the right truck for my needs. Practical, easy to repair, and you know, it's a Toyota. Who can go wrong? Especially a stick. This year, Tacoma, I would always recommend Toyota. I've gone through a lot of domestic vehicles, and Toyota by far has been my savior in life. I'm so glad I have discovered the wonders of Japanese manufacturing. So, anyways, we have this wonderful, beautiful camper shell that I purchased day before yesterday. It's an ARE, which, guys, if you don't know, ARE makes some of the best shells out there. I first became aware of them when I was in a Target parking lot, and I saw a fire pickup truck, and I saw one of these AREs on their bed, which looked perfect for my needs. This isn't the one I saw, but it was similar. What turned me on to it was the full door, as you can see. The fire truck had one of those you can pull out all the way, and the door, so it was the combo, which I would have preferred. But you know, when you're on a budget and you have to find something specific for an older truck, you're gonna have to shop around, and sometimes you have to make some sacrifices. And I think I came pretty close to what I wanted. So these things are secure. It's got a roof rack. You know, doesn't match the color, obviously, but you know, like I said, another sacrifice I'm gonna have to make. And I don't think it looks too bad, right? That doesn't look too bad. The red and the champagne tan color there, whatever you want to call it. Whatever. Looks like a work truck, right? How many work trucks have you seen that their shell matches the paint job? And I want to, you know, like I said, I'm going to be living in this guy, so I don't want to look like I live in it. I want it to look like a work truck, or something nobody's really going to blink an eye to. You know, they're going to notice the red color, but that's another sacrifice I had to make because of my shopping around for the right truck. As far as the engine, you know, the engines, the transmission, the suspension, guys, that's what you want to look for when you're buying a vehicle, not too much aesthetics, because you might have a beautiful, you know, Dodge Ram or something like that, and that transmission might go out on you, and you're going to be stuck with a hunk of metal on the side of the road that you're going to have to pump a lot of money into. So I say stick with a quality vehicle. There are some good domestic vehicles out there, but you can't go wrong with Toyota for the most part. So anyways, back to the shell. So this guy has these side latch windows, which are great. Got this shell for $950 from a really nice lady named Hope, and she said she bought it for $3,000. And I don't know if she bought it brand new, but this thing is pretty nice, and at $950 it ain't such a bad deal, especially for what I have. So it has a side opening windows, flaps with these really nice sturdy handles, both sides, hydraulics, great, really nice, strong too. It's going to be hard to break into this guy. I'm going to have to do some extra safety, but it's going to be pretty hard. Another feature I was looking for when I was buying my shell was this screened rear window. I want something, if somebody's gonna, I'm gonna be living in, by the way, before, I'm not gonna get it too much where I'm, about my living situation, but I'm gonna be moving to the Bay Area. So some of the Bay Area, you know, it's not like the golden days nowadays. It's really gentrified, so a lot of homeless, a lot of problems in San Francisco. So, you know, I'm gonna have to be aware of break-ins. Not saying San Francisco is a bad area, but you know, I have to be safe wherever I am. So this guy, if somebody smashes my window, they're not gonna be able to get in. I'm gonna have a pain in the ass replacing the window, but at least I save all my belongings, and you know, I'll be safe. This guy's got a lot of room. You know, it's just the right size. It's compact. Another feature was the access window for the cab. I'm going to be keeping supplies in my cab, so I'm going to want to, if I'm, you know, I want to get up and get something, I can easily reach into my cab, pull something out that I need, whether it be a cooler. I don't know exactly where my cooler is going to be yet, but access window is a plus. Another great thing about this camper shell is the, I'm going to climb in here, is the roof vent. Huh? Isn't that nice? You know, living in a truck, it can get hot, right? You all know, hot summer day, going into your cab and the upholstery and all that just singes your hand. So staying cool is very important, just as important as staying safe. So that's a plus. This, as you can see, all this reflective materials, this thing has been insulated with foam. And I've left this truck, so yesterday this truck was out all day in the sun. I'm here in Southern California, so the heat is definitely a factor in life. And this thing stayed pretty dang cool. You can feel the heat on the metal, but this, cool. Hot, cool. And inside right now, I'll tell you, it's pretty nice. Maybe 70 something, 75 or less. Feels pretty comfortable, even in the afternoon. So that's nice. I'm gonna probably make it look a little nicer. I might cover it with some cloth or something to make it, you know, aesthetically pleasing and look like I'm in some kind of weird mental facility or whatever. And, you know, a lot of builds you've seen online. Excuse me while I get out. A lot of builds you'll see online, if you look, they really put a lot of work in the cabinets and having lots of features, and that's all good and great, but this truck is pretty small, so I'm gonna have to be as compact as possible. So I'm gonna be putting in some cabinets. My plan is to put in some cabinets, and it's gonna go right up to the wheel well there, and they're gonna be about this high on each side, okay? To store various things. Maybe this side's going to be a kitchen side, which I'm going to have a Coleman grill up here, where I can possibly store underneath all my kitchen supplies, maybe, you know, cups and whatever. Not too much stuff. It's going to be just me. So that's going to be, we're going to work that out. Over there might be some, maybe that's going to be where I'm going to keep a small cooler or something. But this side's going to be all like food and kind of utility things. Those are going to be that side of the cabinet, probably. And then this side will be all my living things, such as clothes and, you know, socks or whatever. We'll see how that goes. But it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 cabinets. It's going to be all on one side. And I'm going to have a nice flat surface on top. I can, you know, have some cup holders or whatever. It's going to be simple. That's what I want. Something simple, as much room as possible. I want as high as possible so I can sit up and be comfortable and do all that. So that's that. I'm gonna put in a Japanese styled futon for the mattress. Right now I have my poncho right there. I got from Tijuana. It's a beautiful poncho, but that's not what I'm gonna be sleeping on. So it's gonna be a Japanese style bed. I have one I sleep on. I sleep on the floor already, so I'm gonna adjust very nicely to this situation, I think. So that's that. That's going to be another video that we'll have in the future, is possibly I'm going to do the building process, maybe some of the mistakes I make, some of the, and the whole process of me putting these cabinets together and getting this thing ready to go. Also the mechanical work I'm going to talk about in the future, tell you what I've done. Earlier I told you some of the work it needs. It also needs shocks. It has, believe it or not, original shocks that need to be changed out. So that's going to be the interior. And hopefully it looks great, It's going to be nice. I'm going to make this thing look like a home, away from home. So, another part we can talk about repairs is that, funny, they lost the keys for this. They couldn't find the nice lady, Hope. She couldn't find the keys for my locks. So as you can see, I'm missing my lock there. I pulled it out. I'm going to have a friend of mine said that at work they can make keys. So he's going to see if his locksmith can make me a set of keys for this, which would be great. I can get that locked up. Also going to have to find out some ways to lock it from the inside. Thinking about maybe some kind of wedge over here on this lock. Shove something in here, that way it can't open. I'm thinking about things. I'm working it out. I'm going to see what I can do. This hydraulic needs to be repaired. The other ones work strong, but this one's, I want this thing swinging out, open and close. So that's that. And I'm excited. This is going to be a very nice home for me. Another thing I want to talk about is why I chose this truck and shell combo. If you look online, you see a lot of, or even if you go down to the beach, you might see vans or RVs, there's lots of different types of vehicles people choose to buy when they are deciding to live in a vehicle. I chose something that I wouldn't mind keeping around after I'm done living in it. So I'm planning on living in a vehicle for 2 years. I'll be going to school. So I don't want to be, we live in America, and it's hard to finance for a lot of people education, especially if your family is not in the best of situations. So I want something that I can keep around after I'm done living in it. Okay, so this is a nice Toyota Tacoma. After I'm done with my 2 years, here's something that I can keep around. I can use it as a work truck. I can use it as a commuting vehicle. I can use it as a camper, as far as going out and traveling. So this thing is a utility vehicle. It is well-rounded. It is compact. It's everything I needed. So if whatever you need to decide what's good for you. If you need to weigh out how much room you want, what you're comfortable with. Sorry, it's getting a little windy. I apologize if the microphone is blowing there. It's a nice cool breeze, actually. It feels nice. So think about that. If you want a van, if you want to have a van for the rest of your life, or if you want to sell it, think about that. Think about what you want. Think about if you want to go through the trouble of trying to sell something you're done with, or if you want to keep it around, something reliable that you like. So, once you convert it into an RV, or a living vehicle, I don't know how easy it's going to be to sell it in that condition. It might be worth more, might be worth less. I don't know, but think about that. Make that decision for yourself. I made my decision, and I think everything came together really nice. For me, a used vehicle, I didn't spend an exorbitant amount of money on all this. and I'm hoping not to put too much more. Just repairs and maintenance repairs, and that's normal for your vehicles, you know. You gotta repair your vehicles, you gotta keep them up to date and maintained so they can last a long time. And Toyotas are something that you want to put money into to keep. You know, this ain't a Ford Focus, so invest. You're not gonna have to invest a crazy amount, but that's that. All right, guys, I hope this video was useful for you, as far as maybe helping you decide what you want to do, kind of, you know, follow my decision making, and maybe you can emulate it or use it as a base for you. Like I said, I got all this on Craigslist. You know, I got lucky. And one more thing I want to say is that if you're shopping for a vehicle, make sure that you're not desperate. Buying a vehicle in a desperate situation, you might make a terrible decision, and you'll find something that you think that's good, but then once you take it home and find out that it's a junker, and you just lock yourself into something that it's going to be hard to get out of. So always give yourself plenty of time to find what you need. I gave myself about 3 months. I found everything I needed in about a month or less. But you know, I kept looking every day, looked, and I went around and I saw a few vehicles, didn't like what I saw. So, you know, don't just go out and buy the first thing that you find. It's important to give yourself time and and also consult friends, consult the internet. Like I said, I have a great friend, Tom, who has encyclopedic knowledge of vehicles. He can tear these things inside and out in his mind. He's like the Rain Man of Tacomas and vehicles in general. So, all right, guys. Well, we'll hope to see you again. This is, like I said, it's going to be a series of videos, and hopefully this will be a regular. And it'll be about truck builds and truck life and my experiences, and I'll let you know what I come across. All right, so I think I've blabbed on long enough. Y'all have a great day, and thanks for stopping by.